Ooh, y'all caught me slipping. Got my pom pom. Y'all caught me slipping. I didn't have my pom pom ready. Yay! Everybody, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, the reason why y'all are here on time is because y'all ready to be messy. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Y'all ready to cut up, and that's good. Y'all held it down in the chat. Um, Thank you, of course, to my head mod Whitley. Quay was in the chat. I seen Miss Shanetta in the chat. Brandy was in the chat. Lady T. You guys really y'all did all right for SWAC Media Day. Y'all behaved yourselves. I'll say that. Y'all behaved. Behaved. Yep, I figured this much. I figured y'all was ready to cut up. Ready to cut up. Let me see if I can get y'all comments up here. Hey. All right. Let's see what this is doing. All right. I know y'all ready to cut up tonight. I know that's real. I'm excited. We, of course, have fashions by none other than Brandy. She did some fashion rankings. So we're definitely gonna go over that. Mr. Ford, of course, is gonna get on, and I know he's gonna have his share of thoughts about this SWAC Media Day. Um, yes, Mrs. Bonnie, truth be told, like I was so nervous that I went to sleep. I woke up, I had a headache. So at 3 o'clock, I went downstairs and got an Excedrin because I was like, dang. And then I never went back to sleep. Yeah. So I took a nap today though. Um, I'm excited about tonight, y'all. Like, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. I think that the SWAC dropped their predicted order of finish. Um, there was a lot of fashion, but I think most of all, like SWAC Media Day really needs to be celebrated because there's a lot of various conferences that are doing away with SWAC Media Day. I had a chance to talk to some of the student athletes, and they are celebrated before SWAC Media Day. So whichever two attendees come this particular year, they had a 2K tournament, and a young man from UAPB, I think he's actually from Hazelhurst, Mississippi, he won a PS5. They had a tournament and he literally won a PS5. I don't know of too many conferences, FCS or FBS, that are giving away PS5s for winning a tournament, amongst the student athletes. Um, you know, the food, well, I didn't get to try the food, but the food was good last year. See, I had it on my mind, but I forgot, which was to pack some Tupperware. And so the reason why I'm going to make sure that I do that next year is definitely because I want some of that food. Thank you, Miss Barnes. Um, oh no, wait. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm so glad that you guys tuned in today. We had upwards of 180 people in the chat, and that's pretty good for the middle of the day. Pretty good showing of people that are interested in all things SWAC. What I do want to thank you guys so much. Thank you. Um, I wanted to ask you guys, which interview was your favorite? Which interview was your favorite? I'll tell you, out of all the interviews, of course, I love interviewing Jackson State. Coach O, I think that was my favorite interview of the day. Like, I think out of all the interviews that I did 26 interviews. I broke it down, and it turned out to be, of course, the SWAC commissioner. I was able to interview two ADs, AD Goff of Prairie View, and of course, AD Robinson, or as Mr. Ford affectionately says, Boy Wonder. I also had the opportunity to interview 8 student athletes. So I interviewed Jackson State student athletes, Alabama State, UAPB, and Valley. So that was exciting. I also had of course, the GM, which is Coach O. Coach O is the GM. So I had the opportunity to do that. And then, of course, 7 of the 12 head coaches. Those are pretty good numbers based off of the sheer volume of podcasters and what they have to do. So the coaches basically they have certain designated areas that they have to go to. So they have HBCU Go. They have the main stage, which is like the ESPN style format. They have a SWAC TV desk. And then they have the ability for virtual Zoom, where if media that wasn't able to attend in person, you're able to ask the questions virtually. And then they also have a photo session. And so these are the 5 main things that they have to complete um, throughout the day. And so the HBCU broadcasters, you have to get in where you fit in. So you have to talk to the SID and say, hey, can you bring by? And they have to keep this schedule. So the fact that I was able to do that and the rest were other fellow HBCU podcasters, the fact that I was able to get 26 this year, I think that that was amazing because there was a lot more people here than I feel like there's a lot more people. Could be wrong. Mm, you didn't get a chance to interview Coach Hampton. No, nephew, I did not get a chance to interview Coach Hampton. I did interview his 2 student athletes, but I did not. Deshaun Sims, the Bama State player Sims and Andrew were my faves outside of ours. Yeah. Coach Joseph did have a really fiery interview. I appreciate him for not holding any bars back because there's been a couple of HBCU media outlets that released a article, and basically Coach Joseph was like, y'all need to check y'all sources and don't be so quick to listen to everything that everybody says. Okay. And he said, y'all need to quit spreading stuff unless somebody say something. And also, he said, don't believe everything that you read on social media. What else did he say? Um, he said, y'all don't need to be releasing these rumors about these folks because you don't know what they got going on. In response to Bruce Eugene possibly coming to be a quarterback's coach. But that was Grambling folks that was over there bragging about it. And even before Mr. Ford said anything, I had heard that rumor recycled 3 or 4 times that about Bruce Eugene. But he said, Bruce Eugene got a job and we haven't finalized anything yet. In other words, y'all gotta stop wanting to be the first to report on something. Y'all social media is flawed. Well, you need to figure out who's telling Mr. Ford at Cascade Road. Who is telling all the tea at Cascade Road? it was even on social media. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. All right. I want to start off with, and yes, that's exactly why I always have Mr. Ford say allegedly. The news outlets that release that information about Bruce Eugene and about the offensive coordinator, there was no allegedly attached to it at all. There wasn't any. Okay, I'm gonna go to Brandy's post. Stop listening to T. Oh no, Jamal, we gonna listen to the T now. We're gonna put some allegedlys behind it. Make sure that we highlight nothing's been confirmed or denied. All right. See, y'all are not gonna let Coach Falk. And you know what? I really think that um Coach Falk, like, this is kind of a welcome to the SWAC moment. You know, I'm not gonna say that I don't see it in other conferences, but like the heckling, the fan base going back and forth, like that's not something that I see too much. You might see a little bit here and there, but baby, when it comes to like heckling and tearing folks up, the SWAC is not kind. Like they're gonna get in your ass about it. Like they say, it is rough in the SWAC. Right. It really is rough in the SWAC. So I feel like it was a miss blunder that he made when he made that statement. We'll be taking a look at it, of course, the Magic City Classic that he plans on playing in. All right. So let's get into these fashions. Let's see what Brandy done posted up here. These are her views and breakdowns of the SWAC Media Day in terms of fashion. All right. So I'm sure everybody remembers this infamous post from a couple years back. It went like triple viral in SWAC spaces, triple, quadruple viral in the space. Since then, I feel like as a whole that the SWAC fashion has gotten 10 times better. Like, I'm talking about tailored suits, the colorways, everything is just chef's kiss in terms of putting together these outfits. You can really tell that folks put a lot of energy into dress. Like, we gonna put that shit on basically. Excuse my French, but yeah, we're gonna put that shit on. And so I'm just gonna go through some of these. All right, let's see who we have. Okay. All right. So you guys can put a fire emoji in the chat if you like the outfit. A wrench in the chat if you feel like it needs some work. What do you guys grade this particular one? Jamal, let us do our fashions first, and then you can do whatever you can have whatever topic you want. Okay. Please show Coach outfit and bit. Can I do tomatoes? Oh my God, not tomatoes. What do you guys think about this outfit? I feel like it was definitely a showstopper, eye catcher. It was his swag, right? Um, you definitely saw him when you walked into the room. He definitely made noise. What do we do if we don't give a damn? See this? It's not a school. So it's not a school, Miss Everybody Else. I actually don't know who it is, but it was one of the outfits that Brandy chose. So, I'm asking the question like, what do you guys think about it? Miss Bonnie Smith said it's okay. Oh, you don't like it, Miss Howard? You don't like it? I like it. I think it shows personality. Okay. Um, so this is Coach Sam Shade's drip. I think his shoes are even maroon. Like this was a put together, okay? Not the SWAC Media Day Gala. What are we doing here? The Met Gala. SWAC Media Day Gala. Okay. Y'all, what do we think? I thought that it was well put together. I mean, I think the shoes are really hitting it off with the maroon shoes. Um Jamal said, hit the damn like button before you tell us if you like these fits. I know that's real, Jamal. Too much maroon. What do they are? The maroon and white. I like it. I think it's classic. Boom. Okay, so the student athletes were definitely drippy, right? Jay White said it was a maroon out. Um, that's not MVSU. This is FAMU right here. Simply Beautiful. This is FAMU. Yeah. So that is Isaiah Knowles, the quarterback for Florida A&M, and Antonio Kamen, the defensive lineman. Those are the Rattlers. I always think like the suit with the tennis shoes. I think that's kind of like a classic outfit, especially for the younger guys. Most of the time, they're white forces. Okay, and then this is Alabama's A&M student athletes, of course. That is Quad Brown, the quarterback, and then Jeremiah Hudson Davis, the defensive back. Tybee, stop. The color is amazing. It's my favorite shade of green. What shade of green is that? Is it an evergreen? I feel like Valley and FAMU had the same color green. Nonetheless, it works. It works. Oh wait, let me see. Um, of course, this is Mississippi Valley State. Josh Brown is on the right. Well, my right. And he's the quarterback for Valley. And then Jamari Stokes is a defensive back. Hunter Green Emerald, my stone. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Forest Green. If it's not JSU, we don't care. Okay, Mr. Smith. we're gonna cover Jackson State. You always gotta save the best for last. You always gotta save the best for last. This is Bethune-Cookman. Look at the Bethune-Cookman's tie. It literally has a Bethune-Cookman on the tie. I like that detail. I think that's really nice with the Wildcat um pin on there. I like that. I didn't get to interview the Bethune-Cookman student athletes, but I did interview Coach Woody. And this is none other than the Jared Lockhart Jackson State quarterback and Cam Salas. I did drop the link, Mr. Ford. Okay, here, let me do it again. We should definitely be seeing some tigers in the chat, some fire, some hearts, because we all know that this is a Kyrie custom made. Hey, Mr. Ford. Oh wait, hang on. Hi, Mr. Ford.
Hey, how you feeling? You did a great job today.
I'm a little tired,
I know you
but
are. I
I
know it.
am so excited for the post show, and I know that you're going to take the boatload of the commentary.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm just here. I'm just here so I don't get fined. There's already 150 people in the chat, Mr. Ford, and you know they would love to hear your takes on some things. We're just going over some of Brandy's fashion takes for
oh yeah. Everybody
today.
looked good today. Everybody looked good. Everybody looked good. I
Very dapper, very
yes,
demure.
yes. Everybody was professional. I mean, but before I started talking about that, that was an article today about the expected record enrollment at a number of HBCUs. I don't know if it was USA Today or Reuters. Somebody did it. But Jackson was on there. This is the 12th straight year for enrollment increase at North Carolina A&T. How would, a lot of the black schools got that same problem. We got housing problems. But I mean, the popularity of HBCUs right now is out the window, and they were telling the reasons why, in the article. But it was a really good article. Even
Eh,
Albany State was on there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Everybody's speaking to you in the chat.
Hey, okay. Hey, Miss Whitley. Hey, Miss Whitley. I was reading Miss Whitley's stuff today. Okay. Hey, how about Miss Mary? Hey, Miss Mary. Lady T. Hey, Brandy. Yeah, I was reading Miss Whitley's stuff today. I'm just, man. I had my phone on, I had my TV on, and I had my computer on today.
Say
I
hey
was,
everybody else.
hey everybody else. Hey everybody else. I thought the SWAC outdid itself today. I mean, everybody looked good on TV today. I'm gonna say this: we might not, we don't have the $200 million budgets of them other conferences, but I tell you what, we one of the most popular conferences. I can tell you that everybody would like to be a part of what we're doing because I
I was
watched.
just getting ready to say, like,
Yeah, I
look, just
saw the Big
even
12 conference.
the
Uh,
young men, when they talk about it being selected as of the two student athletes to represent their school, they talked
mhm.
about like the SWAC gave them a bag, some clothes, and they had a tournament, like a 2K tournament, and they gave away a PS5, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they just, when it comes to student engagement, um they just get it with our student athletes, and then all these different opportunities to participate in these classics.
Mhm.
I really feel like they knock it out the park in giving our students an experience.
Right. Oh yeah. Like I said, we might not have the $200 million budget, but baby, we doing it. We are doing it. Um, I just really enjoyed it today. You did a great job. I didn't see all the interviews, but I saw, I saw you and um, Dr. Ashley Robinson, and I did watch the one with Coach O. I saw you with Swacking a Fool. Um, who else did I
Mr.
see?
Ford, what did you think about
Uh,
the tell me what you thought about the interview with Coach O. What did you think about that?
I love Coach O. Now, I love when he interviews because he's straightforward. He tell you, he doesn't talk around the bush. He's straightforward. You don't have to have a rocket science degree to understand what he's talking about. He let you
A
know.
straight shooter.
That's right. And he told you today, 11-1 ain't good enough. Jackson State got to be a champion. That's what they want, championships. They don't want good records. They want championships.
I interviewed Boy Wonder, Mr. Ford. You
Yeah,
asked.
I watched that. I watched that. And listen, I'm in agreement with him. I think Jackson State basketball gonna be really good in the coming years. I do. I think it's gonna be really good. I think y'all gonna bring in some big time athletes. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good.
You think it's gonna be really good?
Yes. Oh
I'm
yeah, there's a
excited.
vision
I'm
there.
excited to see like
Yeah.
I was very excited. I wanted to talk more about basketball, but we're at the, football
But
media
you
day,
didn't
but
know, I
I'm
mean, yeah,
excited.
yeah,
I
I
feel
am
like
too.
we're rejuvenated and,
I'm too. Oh yeah. I enjoyed your interview with Coach Golf. I mean not Coach AD Golf. I really enjoyed it.
so you
Yeah.
didn't see the SWAT commissioner.
No, I missed it. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
go back tonight and watch it. I missed it. I'm gonna go
Oh
back. But
man.
I saw him, I saw him with Tiffany and Jay, and I think I saw him with somebody else. Maybe Dr. Cavill or something. No, I saw him with the guy you call Glasses. I think they call him Say It. He interviewed him, and yeah, I did see him on some other. And by the way, what was the number of media outlets today? Was it 200?
I believe it was like more like 150 maybe. There's a lot
150.
of people here though. A lot of
That's what I
people.
was thinking. I think, you know what? I think it's going to get bigger. I think it's going to get bigger. The SWAC is a super conference. Um, yeah, I was thinking about that thing today. The SWAC is from Texas all the way to Florida. That's a super conference.
Yeah, we're already a super conference. Don't need
That's
to
a
add
super
nobody
conference.
else.
Yeah, that's man. And it's gonna be
Mhm.
so many classic games. I'm talking about there gonna be so many games with the classics, but it's gonna be some great clashes on campus.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of good games there.
Southern's gonna be playing the Magic City Classic this year.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt good about him today. Um, I was listening to Marshall Falk very carefully today, and yeah, this is his first head coaching job, but he's seeking advice from masters because he called out some names today, and he said these are the people he talking with. Listen, he talking with some major players. He said he's talking with Dick Vermeil. Do you know who You know Dick Vermeil.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, you know who Tony Dungy is, right?
Yeah, he used to he was coaching for the Texans.
No, that was
Indianapolis
Lovey.
Colts.
Yeah, Indianapolis
Oh,
Colts,
Indianapolis
Tampa Bay
Colts.
Buccaneers. He was
What
defense
was?
coordinator for Chuck Noll. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But listen, I,
Mhm.
I don't. I think Southern's in good hands. I think Southern's in good hands. I really do. A lot of people, they. What somebody? What did I do? What did I say?
They in the chat cutting up because you know the SWAC is petty, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah, yes we are.
Apparently he doesn't know which classic he's playing in.
No, he did come back and he said it at the. It wasn't today. It was yesterday, and I listened to it. It was at the Birmingham Classic press conference, and he made the mistake of saying that he was going to be in the Magic City, and I think somebody corrected him really quick. But he's going to be okay now. He's going to be okay.
Are
A
you
lot.
sure, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, he going to be okay. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And a lot of people, they criticize me because they say I'm on Southern too hard. No, I'm not on Southern too hard. I'm just saying that the way that we speak about Jackson State, the way that we speak about Prairie View right now, we should also be speaking about Southern the same way. And listen, they're gonna get there. I think they're gonna get there. I'm not saying they're gonna win the conference this year. No, I'm not saying that. But I think that they're in good hands. I think Southern is in good hands. A lot of people are saying that he's being lackadaisical because he didn't mention Southern in his his IG and his whatever, and he wasn't wearing no Southern paraphernalia and all of that. But he gonna be all right. I think he gonna be all right. Now
I think
I'm
people want to be acknowledged, Mr. Ford.
a,
Now,
well. I think that
okay, so some people might not know what you're talking about. So, in terms of the misstep, so I'm gonna, I'm doing my journalistic duty by posting this video because some people might not know exactly what we are talking about. So let me
uh,
go ahead and cue that up for you guys
okay.
so you can see what happened. Hang on just a second. All right, Mr. Ford.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, so that's what
Okay.
the clip was. He said that, and then I, you know, the SWAC is petty. We're gonna make you pay for your mistakes. So they've been heckling him, but it's good to know that Marshall Falk, that you, based off of his conversation, that you feel like he is going to be a great first time head coach. What do you think? We haven't been able to really break down the rosters, but what do you think about in terms of where he lands at in the SWAC West? Because this year they have him predicted order of finish. They have him kind of low.
Right, right. I did see that. I saw that.
Like,
Um,
dang, why you put him so low? He's very, very low.
well, I mean, it's a new situation. He got to prove himself. He's got to prove himself. We got to see. I think the most important thing down in Southern is going to be that offense. The offense coordination, the quarterback situation. I think they went out and got some big kids offensively. I think, they're going to have the running backs. They're going to have the wide receivers. But, who's going to be the field general? Now, what I'm hearing is supposedly they got some junior college kid out of California that they want to start out with.
Allegedly, Mr.
Allegedly.
Ford.
Yeah,
Coach,
allegedly.
you didn't you missed it. Coach Mickey Joseph got on me today. He was like, "Don't be believing everything you read on social media in
Oh yeah.
relation to the offensive coordinator." He didn't fire the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, yeah. I heard him talking about it. I was really into him today, when he interviewed with Tiffany J. But he said something today that kind of threw up a red flag for me. And he said that Grambling's gonna run the football 83% of the time. That's not balanced football. That's what we used to call back in the 70s. That's triple option football. Now, any defense coordinator worth their salt gonna stop that. Because I'm
So
gonna tell you
what's
right.
that? A 5-2 front? What's that? 5-2?
No, he's saying that he's basically
No,
gonna.
I'm saying defensively, you're gonna
Oh,
put
listen,
five up
listen.
there in the
Listen.
half
I
the
start
box.
him. That's right. I would start him out with a gap 8, and I would go to a 44 stack. I would go to a 53. I'd go 62. Anything where I can pack 6 and 7 people in the box on him, I'm gonna do it. And the thing that we used to do, teams like that got that mentality, they're gonna almost run 80% of the time. We wanted to get ahead of them, and we'd almost walk up 11 people on the offensive line.
Baylor said he might as well run the wing T.
Yeah, that's what. Listen, when he said that, I was like, "Wait a minute, bro! It's 2026. You're
Ooh,
talking
Mr.
like you in
Ford.
1975."
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait a minute!" But I mean, before that, he had me going. I was like, at everything he was saying. When he said that, I was like, "Wait a minute now." That's not balanced football right there, bro.
Where did you? I haven't heard you say 3 yards and a cloud of dust since Dooley era, Mr. Ford. You used
Yeah,
to
that's
say
what we
that
said.
heavy during Dooley era. You
That's
used to
what we
say,
that's what we said. That's kind of football I came up playing, and we used to run the ball 80% of the time. We ran an offense called the Veer. But I tell you what, that's gonna be interesting. If he gonna run the foot, he said he know that they can play pass defense in the SWAC, but the thing he want to see is can they play run defense, and he gonna come at them. And he said he wanted to run 83% of the time. I'm like, look at home, that ain't balanced football.
and you know what? I running 83% of the time, and you have RJ Johnson on your roster. He said that the quarterback competition is stout. In the
Oh yeah,
spring, he went from naming QB1. He said, I want to name QB1 before the spring game,
yeah.
to now being at the quarterback room is very competitive. So that's quite a different change over the last couple of months. But when you indicated that they're planning on running the ball, I think he was just trying to psych y'all out because RJ Johnson he is a pretty good quarterback in terms of throwing the ball in the air. He didn't have necessarily the offensive line that he needed at FAMU, and they had him running for his life. But um, somebody in the chat said that Coach Mickey Joseph was trying to psych y'all out.
Well, he got me. Like I said, I was liking everything he was saying when he said that. Because that's my side of the football was offense. And any defense coordinator worth their salt, if you are one dimensional like that, they're gonna stop you. They're gonna stop you. Now I coached a couple of times on the defensive side, but my forte as a coach was on the offensive side. But we always knew you got to be able to do both. You got to be able to throw, Now we thought that it was 60-40. You throw 60% of the time, you run it 40%. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
because we wanted to keep you off balance. We didn't want you to ever know where we were going, if we're going to run it, we're going to throw it. What are we going to do? We wanted that to be a surprise, But what he was saying today, that took me back to the 70s and maybe the 80s before the emergence of the Miami Hurricanes, because the Hurricanes are the ones who brought NFL principles to what we would call FBS football. Now the black schools are already doing it, but
Let me
the, the,
see.
the Hurricanes is the one that brought it
Mm.
in. And I know where you're coming from.
I didn't hear that last part, Mr. Ford, because I got a phone call. Can you repeat that last part?
Yeah, I was just saying, I know he played for Tom Osborne. When I was a kid looking at college football, Tom Osborne was the offensive coordinator for the University of Nebraska. Bob Devaney was the head coach. And that's what they did. They had a guy named Jerry Taggy and Johnny Rogers and Jeff McKinney. And, they were national champs, I think, 2 years in a row. But
Uncle Ford
anyway,
said Georgia State's O line isn't big enough to run the ball that much.
he said Georgia State.
I mean, excuse me, Grambling. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I got a
Grambling,
feeling.
it says Grambling State's O line isn't big enough to run the ball 83% of the time, basically. Was it 83 or 87?
No, it was 83. He said he's going to run the football
You know
83% of
he
the
is not.
time.
Whatever, when it's SWAC Media Day, the coaches give a lot of just blase answers.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't want to dwell on that because I liked everything else he was talking about. I did.
Hmm.
I he used to be he was an interim head coach at Southern. He runs Grambling's defense. I really like him. You know who I'm talking about? He's a DC at Grambling. He's good.
I need to see that.
Yeah, he was the guy who took over after Dawson Odoms.
Oh, okay.
What was his name?
After Dawson Odoms?
Hey, you Southern people, what was the coach's name after Dawson Odoms left?
Hey, you Southern people.
Rollins.
Rollins.
That's him. Rollins. Is it Jason some kind of Yeah. He's a real good DC now. I like him. And he said that they went and stacked up on it. No, it wasn't Graves. Graves came later. It was Rollins. Yeah. That guy Rollins is a really good defense coordinator. Jason Rollins, yeah. He's good. And he said that they went and stacked up on that defense. They went and brought some personnel to that defense.
Um, so I want to go through each
Mhm.
one. You had an opportunity to at least listen, whether it was my channel or SWAC Media
Yeah,
Day,
yeah, I did.
SWAC TV. So
Mhm.
let's go through the rundown, and you let me know what you thought about what they said. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me just pick
Mhm.
one. All right, we have Alcorn State.
Great
Um,
expectations. He knows that they got to produce.
right.
They can't do that out the gate 0 and
It
4,
sounds just
0 and
like
5.
what you were saying yesterday when you said he know he got the win. He know he
Yeah,
got the
he got to
win.
win,
Like,
baby. He got to
yeah.
compete. He got to compete. He got to compete. Now, it's Alcorn is going to rely heavily on that quarterback. He's got to come through for them. He's got to come through for them. What's that kid? Is it Talbert? What's that kid's name at Alcorn?
Yes, Jalen Talbert.
He's got to come. He's got to have a big year.
When I looked at the schedule for Alcorn State, I will
Mhm.
say this: even though they had some really tough losses to start out, those um losses were, some of them were literally a possession. So that could mean something as small as um false start, or um you know roughing the
Mhm.
passer, or like making small missteps, missing a tackle. Like, that's how close he was from being 5-7. That's the difference between 5-7 and um what, I think he could have probably won 8 games instead of losing.
Yeah, because he
He
knows he
could have
can't. He
won
can't.
8.
Well, listen. He can't do 5-7 no more. He know that. He can't do
Right.
that. He can't do that. But a lot of it's going to depend. Because one thing about Coach Thomas now, you don't have to worry about defense. You really don't have to worry about special teams. His thing is, how's his offense going to look? Is his offense going to be dynamic and all of that? If they are, he'll be okay.
Stock Talk said they need to dominate Miles out of the gate.
Yeah, they do. Like I said, the main thing I saw last year, they were in need of consistency of a vertical game. If Talbot could be consistent with that vertical game and quick strike people, because see, you can't run over everybody. You got to get easy points. Easy points mean you got to be able to quick strike people. That was the old back in the day. That was the Oakland Raiders. They could quick strike your behind so quick. That was they had a guy named Daryl LaMonica, and they had a guy out of Texas Southern named Warren Wales. You know, yeah.
So, did you get a chance to see any of the insight with Prairie View coach Tremaine Jackson? Did you get anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw the AD on your show, and I saw him with Tiffany and Jay.
What was your analysis?
He's confident. He feels like he gonna own the SWAC. You know, he's talking the same way he was talking last year. He didn't, sing or nothing like that, but he feels like he's gonna dominate the SWAC.
You said he didn't sing?
No, he didn't sing anything like that. They gave him his flowers, and because he did the Muhammad Ali thing last year. He talked a lot of stuff, and he proved it. He did it. He just didn't win the Celebration Bowl, but he said he was going to win the SWAC.
To
He
me,
won the SWAC.
last year, he said anything less than a Celebration Bowl championship is a failure. Those
Well, he
are
said,
his words.
I know. He said that they didn't finish the job. That's what he said today. They didn't finish the job.
Fight.
Yeah, didn't finish the fight.
Yeah. But that is definitely a huge feat to in your first year at the helm.
First year, baby. First year. That's something else.
Run through the SWAC.
Yeah. But I've told you before, this guy's auditioning for an FBS job. That's what he wants to do.
So because he's auditioning, as you should say, or you think,
he knows he has to be dominant on this level, and that's what he wants to do. He's saying that he's bigger, he's strong. Now, one of the things that was said today is that we don't know it yet, but supposedly that kid that they brought from over there at Catawba, they said that kid is the truth. Now, my uncle told me that he saw the kid. I told you my uncle lives in Charlotte, and he saw the kid, and he said that kid is the truth. But somebody was talking about it today, because, I feel that they're going to start off with that kid from Memphis, that big kid. They got a kid about 6'5", about 225, 230. I'm thinking they're going to start with him. But a lot of people think that kid from Contabua is going to take that position.
Oren G says he only recruits players who have at least 3 years of experience, no player development. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he likes older kids. Yeah, he's made that plain and clear. Yeah. He said that he can't depend on an 18, high school kid and all that. He calls it 21 and over club.
Not the 21 and over club.
Yeah, that's what he calls it, the 21 and over club. Okay. Yeah, he said, well, that's the same thing the guy at Indiana says. Have you ever heard him talk about it?
I've heard that methodology used with that's how Prime recruits.
Yeah, and you remember the basketball coach? You know him, he's old now, but he brought St. John's back. His name is Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino made a statement last year that he would never ever recruit a high school kid ever again.
I think maybe just because of times have changed. I know a lot of coaches, for Mickey Joseph talked about when he first got here, he was high on high school recruiting
Yeah,
from high school, and
high
he
school.
it's paid dividends for him because while that he's lost some to the portal, he emphasized that I think he said he was able to retain 62% our
Yeah,
year
yeah,
three
yeah.
with him.
I think he did. Yeah, I know he said he only lost what 19 players or 15 players or
Yeah, and
something. Yeah,
that's another thing Jackson State's able to do.
yeah,
It seems Alabama State is also able to do that as well, which is retaining players, which that is something that cult- culturally that's something that you look for. But while getting players that are already developed at the FBS level or at FCS and they have some type of production, it's also risky because not all kids, but some kids become kind of like pirate merchants, right? They're
yeah, yeah. They
in the
become
portal.
mercenaries.
If they
Yeah, they
don't
become
if
mercenaries.
they don't feel
Go
like
to
they're
the
getting
hospital.
the spot that they want, they hop right back in that portal because they're trying to start. They feel like they don't want to wait. They don't want to sit behind anybody.
Well, in that
Um,
Cam McCoy? Cam McCoy was at Jackson, Southern, now he at Texas Southern. And I agree with Blue. Like Blue made the statement last night, which I agree with him. That kid is out of position. Cam McCoy is not a quarterback; he's a wide receiver. And I don't understand why nobody ain't made the move. Because I totally agree with that. Because I've seen him run the field before. He can run the field, but he is not. He did not.
so you're saying he needs to be running routes, not throwing them?
Yeah, yeah. And if he runs routes, he got a chance at the NFL. Because one thing he can do, he can slice and dice that field.
I know he definitely was clutch for the SWAC championship for us.
Yeah, but I agree with Blue on that. He should be a wide receiver.
Okay, let's see who we got up here next. You talked a little bit about him. Okay. Let's talk about Alabama State. Eddie Robinson Jr. What did you think?
This is supposed to be their year. That's what everybody was saying to him today. This is your year. This is your year. You. All eyes are on you. So let's see. I'm just waiting to see what he's gonna do with it because this is supposed to be his year.
Well, I did have the chance to ask Andrew Body like maybe three questions.
Yeah, I saw it.
Um,
I saw it.
so for me, um, so these are the things that Alabama State has that, you know, they do have an experienced quarterback.
Yeah.
He did acknowledge that um, when he was younger, he would play a little bit more reckless. Now that he's older and has matured,
Mhm.
he's looking to more so not necessarily playing safe, but playing um, processing and playing good ball, which for Alabama State and the longevity of him, he did acknowledge that that is something that he's been working on. Um, I also got the chance to talk to Sims, and he had 5 interceptions last year. So I think that the offense is going to be good. The defense is going to be good. I still think that it's all going to come down to Jackson State versus Alabama State.
Yeah, this
I just, and by all accounts, offensively last year and defensively, Bama State and Jackson State literally went toe to toe, and it all came down to the clock hitting zero and Alabama State getting one more extra play. Um, so Alabama State is picked to win, and I feel like a lot of times when you don't have the if you're not picked to win, it kind of takes the pressure off. I feel like, I mean, now Andrew Body said he's not feeling any pressure.
no, I don't think he
Coach
is.
Eddie Robinson said he's not feeling any pressure, but heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're gonna have a definite dart on your back, like hey. And I think for you know, it's one of those where the game has to be played on the field. But I will always say that the SWAC East is determined by that game between Jackson State and Alabama State.
Yeah. For a while, the SWAC East determined who would go to the Celebration Bowl. But the number one thing too is the Hornet Nation wants to come to the Celebration Bowl. Celebration Bowl, I think, is 10 years old, and they've never been. And I think that he could, to me, the best year for a quarterback in the last 10 years was that Shadua's sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
He had a great sophomore year. And this kid could have something like that. Now, I know a lot of people, they talk about that kid that was up at Alabama A&M, and I liked him. I thought he was the truth. But I thought that Shadua's sophomore year for the quarterback position was the best quarterback playing the SWAC in the last 10 years. I loved the kid that was supposed to go to Missouri, but he came and played for the guy at Alabama A&M. What's that kid's name? He's about 6'5". You know who I'm talking about?
Quad Brown? Who
No,
Oh,
no.
Akil Glass?
Akil Glass. Yeah. I thought that Akil Glass, but see, Akil, he didn't have the mobility that Shadur had. And I just thought that Shadur's sophomore year was the best quarterback playing about the last 10. And this kid right here at Alabama State, he can play on that level. Not only can he play on that level, I don't know how they plan on if they're going to allow him to. That kid can throw for 3,000. He can throw for 3,000.
And we talked about with Coach E-Rob, we talked about Tony Hull coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He did say that he felt like he has done a lot at various places. And of course, Andrew Body is dynamic in that sense. So is he going to use it? My only thing is this. It's literally Jackson State defense versus Alabama State offense. That Jackson State defense is not nothing to play with, Mr. Ford.
Oh, I know that. I mean,
Jackson State defense ain't nothing to play with.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I just like I said, he got Southern in Birmingham, he got Jackson in Montgomery, he got FAMU in Montgomery, he's got Prairie View in Montgomery. That's the ideal schedule.
Bryson Bradford said, "What about Kincaid for Grambling in 2016?"
And I love. To be honest with you, that's the last time Grambling held my attention was when that kid was at Grambling.
Not the last time your alma mater held your attention.
Yeah, man, that kid was. Let me see now. This is so that's 10 years ago, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. After Kincaid, then like I said, now I really loved Akil Glass, but I thought that Shadur's sophomore year, his last year at Jackson, okay, especially the show that he put on against Florida A&M at that Orange Blossom Classic, man. I mean, he was almost perfect. And I think this kid right here, he can play on that level. Body can play on that level.
Southern is not on Trey Oliver's level. Every time you say something about a level.
No, we said great Terrence Graves wasn't on his level.
Southern.
Well, I meant Terrence Graves. What I told him was don't mention Terrence Graves in the same breath with Trey Oliver.
Okay, I didn't mean for you to rehash. All right. Okay. Sam Shade of Alabama A&M. Mr. Ford, what did you think about Coach Shade's interview? Did you get the chance to
Yeah, I saw him several times. Which is going to play well. He was very humble today. He was very humble. He gave, he acknowledged everybody else, and he didn't blow his own horn. And but I think he got some dogs up there in Huntsville. I do. I think he got some dogs up there.
What is he doing? Keeping it a secret?
Yeah. He
Um,
see what
so
he's trying not to give anybody bulletin board material.
oh well, I asked him. I said that I asked him the question about his defense and how he year one to year two there's a leap. Orange G says Coach Sam Shields will win 8 games. Have we gotten to a place in the SWAC where 8 games is not good enough to get to the SWAC championship?
No,
Talent
usually
wise,
them guys.
8 games does not get you to the SWAC championship.
No, no, these guys now. These guys coming into them SWAC championships with 10 and 11 wins. I mean, 8 and 9 is good, but usually that's not going to get you to the SWAC championship.
Damn. And you said
Yeah,
all of these fans and administrators want to win today.
yeah, yeah. I think that was obvious today. I think that was obvious. I mean,
Nephew said
everybody.
that in the West you can win 8. You can win 8 in the West and go to the SWAC championship.
Well, I think Grace didn't Grace go. What was his record? Remember, he went to the SWAC championship one year.
I thought you said that the West was weak as Sweetwater that year.
Well, back then it was, baby. Listen, they got a dog over there right now, baby. They got a dog. I told you, everybody playing for second place over there in that West now. They playing for second place. They got a dog over there.
It doesn't. You got to go undefeated or win 10. Damn. Manny Fresh says Texas Southern's going to knock Prairie View in the mouth again. He thinks that Texas Southern's going to shock PV.
Texas Southern need to get a president and an AD that cares about football and a board, whatever, what you call it, the board or whatever. Isn't it a board over Texas Southern?
Yes.
Yeah, they need to get that together, get a president that's a player, that makes football a priority, and get an AD. I was listening to him talk today. It didn't mean nothing to me because I done told you over and over, winning starts in the president's office,
The
and then it
only
goes
team to
down.
win the SWAC championship game with 8 or fewer wins was Jackson State in 2007.
Yeah, we were in divisions then, right? Weren't we in division?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we were. Because the division started when 99. When them
Yes.
divisions start?
99.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of success do you expect Coach Sam Shade to have in the same division with Jackson State, Alabama State, and FAMU?
I think he could. I don't see
Best
him
of them.
winning, but I think he can win um 8, 9 games. I mean, I think 9 would be the ceiling for him.
The SWAC level of talent and the level of competition is crazy.
Oh yeah.
9 wins in the SWAC is not good enough this year. It's not going
Uh-uh.
to get you where you want to go.
No,
Not in the
no,
SWAC East.
no, I don't think so either. Mm-mm.
Texas Southern's got to plan to spend $2 billion on campus improvements. They probably got $2 in hand. Oh Lord.
I just hope they just get that on campus, get that stadium together, so they can play games on their campus. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping for that.
It's still a 3-team race. Bethune-Cookman, Bama State, and Jackson State. The other 3 are under sanctions. Whoa, whoa. What sanctions?
What they say?
It's a 3-team race on the SWAC East because Bethune, Bama State, and Jackson State, because the other 3 are under sanctions.
It's going to be between the East is Alabama State and Jackson State.
Dre said it's a 12-team race, and he doesn't think that if certain teams make it to the SWAC championship, he doesn't think that they'll have to sit out. He thinks that they'll be able to forego any type of sanctions against them. Alabama A&M received a football waiver. That is true, Bayless. So 4-team race, I think a lot of these coaches have something up their sleeve. The hard part for me was, of course, you have to have a quality quarterback in the SWAC. Then you got to deal with your trenches, make sure your offensive line and defensive line are shored up. The X's and O's, the Jimmy and Joes, like the wide receivers, the tight ends, you're always going to be able to get talent at those positions. But uh Coach TC said this is his best wide receiver core that he's had.
That's saying a lot.
That's scary, right?
Yes, it is, because he done had some
If
great
you
wide receivers.
if you over here saying that you feel like this is one of the best, no, not one of, he said the best wide receiver core that he's had, the SWAC is in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. But now, y'all got some big timers coming back. Y'all got
And
some
that's
big
the thing,
timers
they
coming
weren't
back.
even they weren't they didn't get any preseason nods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
Jonas
yeah.
Fertillion, I wanna know, what is Jonas Fertillion looking like these days with uh Up to Grow, the strength and conditioning coach.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering what he's probably done bulked up,
Yeah, he probably look like a tight end now.
because he
Probably about
bulked up.
it.
He bulked up the quarterback.
Yeah.
Cam said that he helped him streamline and lose some weight. Fortillion getting just a little bit more weight on him, which I'm sure that Up to Grow probably has him on that type of regimen. Uh, Rembert, you got Gency at tight end. Sebastian St. Louis still in the room. He was 6'5" as a true freshman. He might be 6'6" right now.
Hey, did you hear him say today that Lockhart is 6'6"?
Yes,
Man,
he is tall.
I
He's
didn't know he was
tall.
on 6'6" though.
He's a tower. And that's what I was saying. Like, he was 175, 180 season ending, and he's up to like 205, 208.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Um, he gonna be looking like Boston No High.
Like
Up,
who?
Khalil Stewart. He's from Alabama State. He works for Alabama State. You remember they had a podcast, Mr. Ford, and then one of the young gentlemen got a job at Jackson State, and then Khalil got a job at Alabama State. Do you
Oh,
remember
okay.
that?
I think I remember
Um,
Khalil.
yes. I thought it was level 2 penalties according to Football Scoop. I think that they had Alabama A&M received a waiver. I think FAMU was the only one that got no postseason. So, another thing for Jackson State is that defense, Mr. Ford. Now you know that defense gonna hum.
Oh yeah, yeah. Coach Quinn's gonna put it together now. I know that. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see him because I
I
need
want to
them
see
to.
the blitz packages.
I need them to put that fault on Tennessee State now because I don't want no SWAC schools to lose to Tennessee State. I need all them to beat them up real good.
Oh, Valley doesn't have a postseason either. They look sharp today, though.
Yeah, I was listening to Coach Buckley. I listened to him. I think
I
with you
didn't get
and
to interview. No, I didn't get to
you
interview
didn't. You
Coach
didn't get
Buck.
to.
No,
Well, I
I
know.
interviewed his student athletes.
Oh, okay. I know. I heard him with Tiffany and Jay. Yeah, he mm,
The game has to be played on the field, Mr. Ford. The game has to be
yes, it
played on
does.
the
Yeah.
field.
Yes, it does. Man, everybody
Um,
waiting on that
uh,
29th.
did you get a chance to hear Coach Chris Dishman, Texas Southern?
Yeah, but I told you it don't mean nothing to me because I think it's ridiculous the way that board out there handles itself. They change presidents every 2 weeks. they're gone a year without an athletic director, and they know what's happening in Prairie View. Like I told you, it's gonna come a point they ain't gonna be Prairie View in ditch digging.
Ditch digging.
Yeah,
What? Ditch digging?
yeah, they ain't gonna
Mr.
beat them in
Ford.
nothing.
Ditch digging.
Yeah,
Spot the ball. I know that's real. Spot the ball. Um, James Bush highlights since Coach Quinn has been calling defense, we've been either one or two, never three. We stay top in defense.
I told you from the beginning when Clifton Bradley left, he would not be missed. I told you that.
So you was right.
Yeah, I told you that. He wasn't gonna be
He
missed.
won't be missed. What
Mm-mm.
happened with FAMU's defense though? You said he won't be missed. What happened?
They forgot how to play defense down there. But I'm not with I watched him on several uh shows and interviews today. Um Queen Great. Oh yeah.
Mm.
hmm Yeah, his smirk today was about them being people's homecoming. Yeah,
Ooh, he don't
yeah.
like that.
Oh, he didn't. I mean, he made some little what we call side
He
eye
made some
remarks about
snide. He made some
it.
snide remarks about being folks'
Yeah, he
homecoming.
didn't like being, but he said it's a form of disrespect.
Tell him do
But
something about it.
oh
Tell him
yeah,
do something.
he said some things today.
Do something about it, Coach Gray.
Oh,
Strike,
my thing
strike, and
is
strike again.
the offense. To me, I'm not worried about FAMU's
I
offense,
feel
but I
like they
do know.
definitely like Isaiah Knowles. I feel like
Oh,
now
he's on
what's the
that boy.
offense? What's the offensive line looking like, Mr. Ford?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're waiting to see. Because if they can keep him erect, they don't. They, I mean, he could throw for 3,000 too now. Because he gonna let him throw the football. But my thing with FAMU is this: when FAMU plays championship defense, they win and they win big.
Dre, shut up! I can't stand Dre. Oh, I
Really?
can't stand him. He get on my damn nerve. Let me delete this, Mr. Ford.
Uh, well, who is this?
Oh my god! I'm gonna delete it. Get this off of my screen. He said,
Is that what?
he said, who's that? Willie Gray? Mm.
Who now?
No, on my graphic. He's talking about my graphics.
Oh, what is it?
You know, I put the coaches on there, right?
Uh,
And so one of like Coach Gray's graphic, it went through a process and it did something to his nose. So I had
oh,
to redo it. And Dre is over there saying, who is that in the graphic? Quinn Simmons. He's saying it's a mixture of Coach Gray and Coach Willie Simmons. Dre, be quiet. I hate you. Why would you say that? Messed up my makeup. Oh, I can't stand Dre. Dre is always, he got jokes, Mr. Ford. He got
oh, he got that.
jokes.
And he messy, right?
I don't know. Y'all comment in the chat. Which one's messier, Mr. Ford or Dre? Oh, you messed my makeup up. I mean, my makeup is literally running. All right, Mr. Ford, Coach
Uh-huh.
Raymond Woody.
Yeah, I watched him on several interviews today. I think they're in a good spot, but the thing I saw with now to me, it's about his coaching staff. And if they can, I'm not really worried about them offensively. My main concern is what kind of defense are they going to put together? Because he said it several times about they went out and they got another defense coordinator. But he said they putting in a new scheme.
Mm.
Did you hear that today?
So I talked to him and I did ask him about that defense.
And what did he say?
So he highlighted that he did make a change at the defensive coordinator position. He
Okay.
did say that they are going to install some different packages, um, development in terms of the off season transfer portal and shoring up that defense. Um, see, we'll see. I know that on the football side of things, they have Bethune-Cookman. I think I want to say third.
Yeah, they do.
Predicted order of finish is third.
Yeah,
Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M are neck and neck.
yeah. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be real interesting. But I now to me, if his defense is solid, I think they could make some noise. But their defense has got to be solid. Because one thing about Bethune-Cookman, Bethune-Cookman gonna have them athletes down there. They're gonna
Yeah, he
have
talked about
solid
that
athletes.
too. He talked about Central Florida. He talked about
Yeah, Central Florida.
Orlando.
Yeah, yeah,
He talked about the culture
yeah,
and recruiting there.
yeah. Because Florida got over 21 million people. There's enough athletes in Florida for everybody.
Everybody, you get an athlete, you get an athlete, and they're all they have
Yeah,
the fast athletes. Then they're
they
used to
probably
the
turn out the best
humidity. They're
running backs in
used
the
to
country, especially that
really.
South Florida area. Yes.
I think Mississippi has a word to say on that one now.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. See, them South Florida boys are so durable because it's always hot down there. And one
Hmm.
thing you know about them, they can run all day. That has never been a problem at Bethune. The thing with Bethune is they got the athletes. Do you have the coaching staff to turn them into champions? And if this guy that he's bringing in for defense coordinator,
Hmm.
if he turns them into a championship defense, yeah, Bethune's gonna be heard from. Because I don't know who the guy that he called out a guy that's gonna be the starting quarterback. But I can tell you this: the guy that he got from FAMU, that left-hander, that kid can play. I've seen that kid now.
He did get a quarterback from
But
FAMU.
FAMU, yeah, that kid can
The
play now.
SWAC just over here poaching all of FAMU's talent.
Well, I know that kid can play. He's got size on him,
Resilient
and
says we got a running back from Florida ourselves, so
huh?
we got a running back from Florida.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they
So
was talking
I'm
about
most
that.
excited to break down the I'm most excited to break down the roster for Jackson State.
Uh-huh.
Um, and hopefully these other media outlets are going to break down their prospective teams. Um, we pretty much had um, a representative for every single school. Like a local podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe with the exception of, I don't think I haven't seen Bethune-Cookman where there's a dedicated podcaster. At least they weren't at SWAC Media Day.
Yeah, but they got that cat eye network. That's all they need.
Okay, Cat Eye Network.
Yeah, they got that cat. That's been strong for years.
Bethune-Cookman has not beat us since the MEAC SWAC Challenge back with Coach Hendricks in 2019. Hmm. Well, Mr. Ford,
Uh-huh.
there's that. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Did you get all the questions answered from Commissioner McClellan in terms of where you feel like we're going?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Trajectory wise or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, I could not ask him whether or not he was going to merge the MEAC and SWAC. I did ask him about the college football poll, and he spoke about for us, by us, a poll that
Mhm.
celebrates and acknowledges Black college football. Tennessee State, North Carolina A&T, Chicago State, which isn't an HBCU, it's a predominantly Black institution, and Hampton are able to participate. What do you think about Black colleges that their HBCUs are predominantly Black institutions, but they're not in any of the HBCU conferences? What do you think about them participating in this particular poll?
I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no problem with it because they ain't gonna do nothing. As long as they in them PWI conferences, they gonna always be as 2 and 3 steps behind, pitiful, left out, woulda, coulda, shoulda. So I don't have no problem with them being in it. Because like I said, they'll never reach their listen, when North Carolina A&T was in the MEAC, they were beating FBS school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you come up with this lame brain idea by Chancellor Martin and Earl Hilton to join the Big South and then the CAA. You ain't gonna do nothing. You done destroyed your program. You done. Oh, and by the way, did you hear the statement that Coach Jackson made today?
No.
About he said that Prairie from A&T.
Wait, repeat that again. I'm sorry, I didn't
He
hear you.
said that Prairie View is gonna take the title of G-Ho from A&T.
Oh, he just done lost his mind.
Yes, he said it today. He said they gonna take that title. G-Ho gonna
He
belong to
did
Prairie
not
View.
say that.
Yes, he did. He said it to
Mr.
Jay and
Ford,
Tiffany today.
he
You
did
thought they was
not say
hollering?
that.
Yes, he did. He said they gonna take that title. G-Ho gonna belong to Prairie View.
Now, they are like two sides of the coin because Prairie, Lord have mercy, North Carolina A&T winning 2 to 3 games, winning 8 games in 4 years or however many. They sold 6,000 season tickets. I think that he just be saying stuff to get under people's skin so that people can talk. Cause what?
Well,
You
that's what he
can't even
said
get
today.
Lord. Dre, why are you being like this? I don't want to cry no more. He said the shortest line on earth. I don't know if that's S-low or slow. The shortest line on earth.
Well,
Oh my
that's what
gosh. Mr. Ford, you are so messy.
I'm just telling you what he said. He said they're
You're
gonna take
being
the
messy though
title.
because you know that that's not true and you know that that is, come
Well,
on.
that's what he said to Tiffany and Jay today. He said they're gonna take that title to G-Ho. Prairie View gonna be G-Ho.
I'm gonna have to see if A&T Dave saw that.
Oh, Lord. He
Well, he got Jackson State to win in the SWAC East.
who?
Competitive Dave.
I don't hear nothing that he got to say.
Well, he was spot on about that. Oh, uh-oh. I can't
What they
even read it. There, Mr. Ford, it's so bad I can't even read it.
what are they talking about now?
They said that, well, he got the HOE part right. Jackson State is G-Ho. We don't even want the title that we're G-Ho. Just come to one of our homecomings and you'll see, right? Um, Bayless says hopefully the North Carolina A&T is competitive this year and you can't be losing to the Blacks.
He say that every year, don't he? And then what they got, Trey Oliver put 60 on them every year.
Mr. Ford, you're a Grambling grad. What do you think about the Bruce Eugene rumors?
I didn't know that Bruce Eugene was at Syracuse. till he said it today. He said that Bruce
I didn't
Eugene.
know neither. And he
I
said, y'all
didn't know
folks
that.
need to stop talking about stuff that y'all don't know because you
I
don't know
didn't
what
know
his
that.
situation is. He might
Yeah,
have been planning on leaving Syracuse, but now you done got him called in the office asking, what are these rumors? And I was just like, okay, hold up. HBCU Sports is the one that printed out the article. And ain't he's a, Grambling grad.
yeah, yeah. It's Grambling
Ken.
Bird, one of the most prolific passes in Grambling history.
No, I'm talking about the person that wrote not wrote the article. The person that owns HBCU Sports is a Grambling grad.
Oh yeah, the guy that's a noob, right?
Ken.
He's a noob, I think.
I don't know nothing about that affiliation. I didn't
Yeah, I
know.
think he is. I think he's a noob. Ken Rashad, right?
Yes, Ken Rashad.
He's a noob.
Yeah, because I was like, he did not. He said folks need to stop speaking on stuff they don't know. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I didn't
okay.
know he was at Syracuse. I didn't know that. I
I
was
didn't know he had a job at Syracuse. So we
Syracuse. I
over
didn't
here
know.
spilling his tea and they might call him in the office asking what's this about. And he could have just, had an interview just on the strength of, I've known you for a while, right?
Yeah, yeah. He knows about Bruce Eugene.
So Bayless says it needs to work out because having no offensive coordinator before fall camp sounds like a disaster. But Coach Mickey Joseph says that he can call the plays. That's what he did
Yeah, he
after
said
Eric Dooley
and he
left.
was talking about calling plays by committee.
What's that?
You know, certain people call it
Right,
in
the
the
tight
red
end coach is
zone.
gonna do it today. The wide receiver,
Well,
like
well, he was saying, you assign somebody to call the plays in the red zone. Some people for first down, second down, third down. Yeah.
Dre said, they don't need an offensive coordinator when they play Jackson State. Dre is terrible. mm By committee, that ain't gonna work. You gonna have these young men confused. uh Oh Lord, have mercy. I mean, I think just when you have such a dynamic, well, when you have a football player such as RJ Johnson, that you should definitely. That's why when he said that he was running 83% of the time, or I didn't believe it. Manny Fresh asks, Mr. Ford, do you think that Rip Kirk as quarterback coach has improved?
Yeah. Yes.
From what
Yeah.
I've seen, the fact that they are working on their quarterbacks in the off season, getting development and training from Wyatt Davis, 601 elite quarterback, like the fact that they're working on mechanics, processing reads. I feel like the fact that they're developing their quarterbacks, that is indicative of, they're taking the time to figure out what their quarterbacks need, like the weight gain. They're intentional in their training and development.
Oh yeah.
Dre said another school needs a new OC. Who are you talking about, Dre? Falk said they're going to be run heavy and boring. A lot of people are saying they're going to run this year. Who are you feeling like? I think they're trying to do that because they are trying to test out the defensive line of some of these schools. Now, if Southern was playing Bethune-Cookman or Alabama A&M last year, they would have been able to run through them, right?
Run through who now, Mr. Mo?
Like Southern and Grambling, if they were playing Bethune-Cookman or Alabama A&M, and they had that run first mentality.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That Southern's supposed to be gonna run the offense similar to what Delaware State runs.
Ooh, co-pilot's being messy. He said that he's been to Jiho and it's not that. He would go to PV's homecoming over Jiho.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
They got about 1,500 acres out there for you to party on. At
they
Prairie
party
View.
so much they don't go in the game, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They don't go in the game.
I'd run the hell out of Trey Howley. I know that's real.
Yeah, I heard he lost a lot of weight too.
Is he supposed to?
Yeah, they said he dropped what 10 or 15 pounds.
Okay. Smart strategy by Folk. Shorten games when you might be overmatched. So they're going to try to mimic Delaware State's run game.
That's what I'm hearing. You know, that go-go offense, that's supposed to be like similar to what Delaware State, because everybody was saying that Delaware State overcompensated for the fact that they didn't have a dynamic quarterback with them two running backs. You know, one of them went to Arizona State, and I think one went to Louisville or somewhere.
Damn, they got their numbers and got up on out of there. I will
Yeah,
say this. When I think about the run game, it reminds me of the 2024 Celebration Bowl. Do you remember how Jackson State started out real run heavy and tired out South Carolina State to the point that they were exhausted,
yeah,
and
y'all
then
was so
they
much bigger
just
than them. Y'all,
demolished them?
listen, they were too small. And like you said, that offensive line beat them. It was just such a disadvantage on Jackson State's side. They were too small. They really came up in there with a defense that what we would say a Division II defense, and they got beat down for that too. But he learned the next year though. He learned.
Did he learn, or did he just go against a coach that he outcoached that particular coach? Did
No,
he learn, or did he outcoach that coach? Because he was down 21 points, and then I mean, I don't know
yeah,
what he gave them. He gave them some of that Space Jam juice in the locker room, where they get Space Jam juice, and then it never was the same after that.
well, he did what a lot of people have been saying. You got to have two quarterbacks that can come in and play. Now, that kid, that Stubblefield kid that he brought off the bench on that particular day, he was 10 times better than the starter. And that
I
kid
was
came
like,
in
where? I
with
said,
heart.
good Lord, Stubberfield was throwing it.
Oh, that kid was on, man. He was on. Like I said, if they had kept the first string quarterback in there, they would have lost the game. But
Mm.
that kid brought some stuff to the game that Prairie View
Prairie View
did
did not
not.
have no answer. They
Right, they
had
didn't
no
have an
answer
answer
for
for that
that.
kid. That dude came in humming, babe. And he was like that because he had been a starter.
The physicality conference. They got that mailman sermon.
Yeah, baby.
Expedited delivery, Mr. Ford.
Listen, you know they got FAMU the second game. We're gonna see a lot about both of them. FAM is taking them to Miami. I can't wait to see that.
What do you think about that matchup?
Oh, I
I
mean,
deleted the FAMU thing because Dre was making fun of me, so I don't have that anymore. Hmm. Okay, so South Carolina State versus FAMU. We got Alabama State versus Southern, Jackson State versus Tennessee State. Like the first 2 weeks are crazy in HBCU football. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
he talked.
I deleted
Uh,
that play.
TC was talking today about the enthusiasm of the fans about traveling to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
How people have come up to him and say, we'll be in Nashville. And like he was saying today, man, it's a nice city to play in on a Saturday night at Vanderbilt. When I was in college, which was many, many years ago, that's where Tennessee State would play their big games. They would play downtown Nashville at Vanderbilt,
Mm-hmm.
and they would bring in FAMU, Grambling, Jackson, Southern. They would take them to Dudley Field.
Mm,
Man, you
mm,
talking
mm.
about with some that atmosphere was electric.
Well, we're about to get a reboot, Mr.
Oh
Ford.
yes, I wish I could be up there with y'all.
We're about to get the reboot.
Yes,
A
baby.
rivalry renewed.
Yes, a rivalry renewed.
AD Robinson talked about that economic impact of Nashville.
Oh, yeah, you know them. Listen, baby, gonna be a
Hey,
lot of people in
Tori.
town for that game. It's gonna be a lot of people. A lot of
Yes,
people are gonna be in
absolutely.
town for that. But I just love, I always love Vanderbilt Stadium. I always like that stadium.
Jay said you can still come.
No, I got to be here for Lord willing. I got to be here for Howard and Alabama A&M.
I seen Dr. Kanisha today for a little bit.
Hey, is Dr. Kanish on here?
No, she was probably no, but she was
Oh,
on
okay.
here earlier during
Is she
SWAC
coming to the
Media.
game?
You know she's probably gonna come.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because Howard need, and like I told you now, they'll come up here with 100 people.
There you go, talking mess about how we're bringing a
Yeah,
hundred
they'll come
people.
with 100 people and
Mm.
and a middle school band.
Ouch. Mm, 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 mm. It's Tank Face said UNLV ran Go Go's a couple years ago. Go Go offense. You know what? I think that Colorado might be running that type of offense this year too,
Yeah, according to
because they said they don't have the personnel in the trenches, so they need that fast paced offensive scheme.
yeah, I saw Dion. He was saying how much he really likes Brandon Marion. I think his name is it Brandon Marion?
Yeah, the former South Carolina State
I
head
know.
coach. He was wanting to go FBS, and they kind of stalled out Sacramento State for a little bit,
Yeah,
and so I think that's why he went to Colorado.
right. Yeah. So we'll see.
Oh my goodness, this is about the size of the band.
What is it?
Dre said, "Child, Colorado might as well get in there and take them pants off.
Yeah, but I was looking at them people he was on stage with at that media day.
Go, go in there and get the tree. Go get the switch. Go get the
He,
switch.
'Cause he ain't gonna beat none of them people.
Go ahead and go in there and go pick which one you want.
He might beat Oklahoma State.
Go pick a switch
That's
off
about
the
it.
tree. Lord have mercy,
Mhm.
Whitley. I honestly don't know. I had scheduled 3 lives. I don't know.
Hey, when's the press conference for the SWAC Media challenge? Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow, tomorrow. Yep.
Okay.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people that was here today, and they literally left and went to Atlanta.
For the press conference?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna post it on my YouTube after the I think they're gonna send us the link. Cause I got approved for credentials, but me going to Atlanta after being at SWAC Media Day is a no go. SWAC Media Day is it's a fun experience. If you're, but it is exhausting.
Oh
And
yeah,
maybe
I
it's
can
just
believe
because
that.
I'm one person and I'm always trying to do extra like lights and banners, and so maybe that's why instead of just bringing my GoPro and walking around, I really want to get that full experience out of it. And I feel like that works, like having the live media day and doing the interviews live. I feel like that is most rewarding in terms of my channel and people actually watching the interviews. Because sometimes you can come to media day and you can record 30 different interviews, but then by the time you start posting them, people's interest has waned from all things SWAC Media Day.
Oh yeah.
MEAC Media Day is the 21st.
Okay, MEAX Media Day is the 21st. So when is that? Is that next? Was it Monday or Tuesday?
Mr. Ford, after you kept asking for the MEAC to be dissolved into the SWAC, I don't think I got any type of credentials for that particular conference. MEAC Media Day. It's canceled for me.
No, they'd love to have you. Everybody knows you.
Not waiting last minute. Like, oh yeah, you can come. They'll tell me on Sunday I gotta book a flight for Monday.
Is it where is it? Is it in where? Are they going to be in Norfolk or where are they?
I thought I was gonna be in Maryland or something. I thought they changed the venue.
Okay, it's in Baltimore.
I'll have to check.
Yeah, I got to check too. When's the 21st?
Thank you. Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Okay, next Tuesday. Okay. All right.
They're in the chat talking about Southern will be dynamic this season.
Well, we just got to see them. You got to see 'em. Now, I just think it's going to be rough. Now, that's going to be an uphill climb fighting Alabama State and Birmingham. That's go. The only thing is, I just hate they put it at 3 o'clock.
Ooh, it's gonna be hot as hell.
Yes, it is.
And all of the student athletes that I talked to today, I asked them about whether or not they like a day game or a night game. They all love night games because it
Yeah.
reminds them of high school when
Yes.
they like the Friday night lights.
Yeah. That's what I played. I played Friday nights. I didn't play Friday evening. I played Friday night, 7:30.
Shout out to Sports Talk JB. He has a podcast for Alabama State. So he covers Alabama, all things Alabama State, Mr. Ford. So if you want the inside track on Alabama State, you can subscribe to Sports Talk JB, okay, Mr. Ford?
Okay. All right.
And we'll be doing a podcast whenever I do. It's gonna be Jackson State versus Alabama State. We'll be doing. You know how I do the joint podcast on Thursdays.
Mhm.
Yeah. So y'all stay hydrated when you go to these games, especially during the middle of the day.
Oh yeah. That's what I was thinking today. It's
Like,
3 o'clock on on an August day. That's
oh,
guaranteed 90 degrees.
oh, well, did you hear that the SWAC renewed its deal with um ESPN?
Yeah, was that for the Celebration Bowl and the challenge?
So basically, the SWAC and ESPN came to a renewed deal. So the deal is they're going to show 10 games out the season. So now you're seeing an increase, Mr. Ford, of the usage of SWAC TV, right? So
Uh-huh.
10 games in a season basically means they're going to be picking, of course, the Celebration Bowl, the MEAC SWAC Challenge, and then once a week they'll pick a game of their choosing. Then you have HBCU Go that also picks a game of the week. And then you have SWAC TV. Now, one thing that I hope that they do if the games are on SWAC TV, I do hope that they stack them similar to how they do with the NFL, right?
Mhm.
If you have a day game, well, NFL stacks it. Now 12 o'clock during the or 1 o'clock during the beginning of the season wouldn't work, but a day game in October would work, but stacking it
Yeah.
so that you're able to watch multiple games. Because you got to watch the other teams that you're going to be competing against so you can grab film on them.
Oh yeah. I'm
Thank you,
just
SWAT
glad.
team.
I'm just glad y'all went back to the tradition of playing at night.
Yep. Did you hear your boy Wonder talk about that?
Yeah.
I told
Oh,
I told Ashley Robinson that you call him Boy Wonder.
oh, he one wonder. Everything he touched turned to gold.
They should do a 2 p.m. and a 5 p.m. game. Yeah, like especially in the fall. That way you're gonna maximize your users, unless maybe SWAC TV can come out with You know how you can play more than one game on the screen, like a 2-man or a 4-man? Maybe
Yeah.
they can install that.
So who's okay? So who will be the main two broadcasters for HBCU Go? Did they say that today?
I'm sure it'll be the previous ones, right?
What's their name?
Isn't Tolly Carr on HBCU Go?
Oh, well, he ain't gonna do no football, is he?
Yeah, he does football.
I'm talking about like analysts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. He needs to stay in the office or wherever.
Okay.
I don't
Okay, so
like
let's
his
go.
analyzing football or basketball.
Okay, so who else would you like to hear, Mr. Ford?
There's a one guy.
They
I
got
mean, one guy was
Charles
with Charlie
Bishop.
Neal.
They
What's the guy?
got Charles Bishop. They got
No, I'm
Steve
talking about
Weish.
HBCU Go.
I know Steve Weish. I seen him on some HBCU Go stuff, right? Steve.
Yeah, I know Steve. Yeah, Steve used to
Um.
be here in Atlanta.
Okay, so they might get Steve. They might get the SWAC TV and HBCU Go has kind of opened up the doors for some of the commentators that usually would be on ESPN as well.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Goodness gracious, you guys are cutting up in the chat. All right. So Tiger Nation says that Tolly be switching between color and main announcer. So I'm not sure, Mr. Ford. I'm sure that they have some dynamic reporters, sideline reporters, to follow that game. One thing I like about HBCU Go is that they love to tell stories, minus like the trauma porn that sometimes they share. I like the fact that they actually go do stories on the student athletes before the game, and you have some storylines to follow while you're watching the game.
yeah. I like. It's one sister named Moulton, and the other one's name is what? One of them's Lawrence Moulton's daughter.
Laurentia, it's Laurencia. Her name's Laurencia.
Okay, what's the other sister's name? They do really good. They like sideline reporters.
Right. I don't know, Mr. Ford, but I'm sure that they've got that covered.
Yeah, they feel good. I'm good.
Walk around heaven. All right, Mr. Ford. So let's see what this looks like. What's today? Wednesday?
Hmm.
Okay, that's good. That means I could take Thursday off. I wouldn't be getting in until 9 anyway. Um, Nia Simone, Mr.
Yeah,
Ford. Her name
that's
is
right.
Nia
Nia
Simone.
Simone. That's right. She does a great job. She does a great job.
Dre said they started showing spades on the last drive of Jackson State Alabama State game.
For real?
Poker game came on when it's 30 seconds on the clock. Lord, Jackson State folks don't let nothing slide.
I didn't know that.
Um, so yeah. You you didn't watch the game?
Yeah, the homecoming game last year.
No, Jackson State versus Hampton game. I think Mr. Ford, I
Oh,
think you
oh,
was at a cookout at your
yeah,
cousin's
I missed
cookout
that.
or
Yeah, I
something
did.
like
I
that.
missed that one. I watched
And
Jackson State, Alabama State in my mother-in-law's hospital room.
we was trying to see if we could get another touchdown or something. They turned on space. Like, what the hell? We don't want to watch this.
Man.
Yeah. But so let me see. Let's do SWAC Saturday, Mr. Ford.
Okay. Um,
Um, I don't know if I'll be ready at that time. I could possibly maybe do a quarterback room or something. The quarterbacks and the tight ends. But in the next coming weeks, basically our conversations will be surrounding Jackson State, breaking down Jake's Jackson State positions, I would be reintroducing you guys to the coaches, stuff like that. Because all of our coaches, they done and switched. They all have, not all of them, but there's different titles that they have going on.
Yeah, and all of them announced today that whatever you saw last year, they're gonna be better. That's what all of them was saying today.
I believe it.
I do too.
I believe it. I believe it. They're not saying revenge, but they're not necessarily like, I talked to Austin and I just was asking him about, what storylines do you have to tell this season? And, he dropped a couple of gems and basically said like our defense is like that.
Mhm.
I mean, you could believe it though, just by sheerly looking at the talent that you have, but also the strength and conditioning. Like I feel like getting Coach Updegrove was probably one of the biggest gets in HBCU football in terms of like you've seen the physical difference in your players within a couple of months. In
Well,
less than 6 months, seeing huge differences.
listen, it's time for me to go to bed.
I mean, it's time for me to go to bed too.
Now, when are you leaving for Charlotte?
I don't get to Charlotte till like 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, because I gotta go to Chicago first. I had to took a
Oh,
layover because I got
oh,
my flight so late. I couldn't get
direct.
a direct because I got it so late. Nephew's being funny talking about Jackson State versus Grambling in China.
No, Tokyo.
No, Mr. Ford, we're not going to Japan.
Tokyo.
You know what? Don't they got an old Chinatown in some in what, New York? Where is it at?
Yeah, yeah, that's a Chinatown in New York.
That's the closest you gonna get. Do they got one in Vegas?
I know they got one in LA and San Francisco.
Well, if they got one in Vegas, we can do JSU versus Gremlin in China. Just do it in Vegas.
I
Or
hope they
do
do. You know what? I hope they keep playing in Vegas.
as long as the money's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope they keep playing in Vegas. Because I had thought about Los Angeles, but then I like what I saw in Vegas.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, listen,
Oh, I want
everybody.
to tell everybody thank you, but okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do your spiel, Mr. Ford.
I just want to let you
Your
know
conclusion.
my conclusion stated briefly. You did a great job today. Oh, you really brought your brand up, and I really wish you could go to the MEAC um, Media Day. I'd love for you to be there.
Mr. Ford. I wouldn't even know how to get ready for that.
Wow.
I don't know anything about their offenses, their defenses. I have no clue who is. I know like who is their quarterbacks, their players. Like I don't know. I have
All you got to
no.
remember is that's a one-trick pony, and that's Tennis Berry. He owns the MEAC.
Well, Tennis Berry last year got on the media members. You all want to be all up in them other folks' face, and we went
Yeah,
over
he sure
here and
did. I
we.
heard him. Yes, he did. He told them. Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
yeah. So I don't know if yeah, he's got a chip on his shoulder about that. Like y'all try to play me. Why you try to play me so close? Basically, is what he's saying.
Hey, the
Why you try to
mailman.
play me so close? Um. So folks are requesting a after show. If you are requesting an after show, go ahead and drop a thumbs up in the chat. This particular after show is, of course, private. But anyway, if we're doing an after show, go ahead and put a thumbs up in the chat. I can definitely take 30 minutes out to do the after show. Okay.
Okay, well, have
So
a good night.
good night, Mr. Ford.
All right, enjoy it, everybody.
I don't see no other thumbs up, Mr. Don't Play. Where all the other thumbs up at? Bye, everybody else. Oh my God. Oh God. Dre, when I say I can't stand you, Dre, you cut up on me so bad. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know because random people will be in there. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna schedule our I do want to do that. Let's schedule our after set for Saturday. Let's schedule our after set for Saturday. Um, Let me see if I can quickly give out my shout outs to everyone. Okay, I said this on I said this on Twitter and I did a YouTube post, but I just want to reiterate really quickly. I wanted to thank my head mod Whitley, um, my moderators, Miss Shanetta, Brandy, Quay, Lady T. I saw you guys in the chat. My nephews, Resilient and IMJ, of course, for sharing the live. I saw Miss Everybody else shared my post. I appreciate all of you. And now I'm trying to um say thank you to those that made donations, but I guess I can make that thank you post for Saturday. Um because I'm on my phone right now, and if I try to like switch over, it'll just mess it up. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys. Um, ooh, football season's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for football season. If you guys have the chance, you can go to SheLovesThee.com and then click on SWAC Quarterback Club. I think I have it updated. I'm hoping it's updated. So hopefully the SWAC Quarterback Club will be updated by next week. I'm gonna add some dynamic quarterbacks so that we can monitor them for the season. Um, so yeah, not Blur Nation. Anyway, so we're gonna have our private live on Saturday, and then we can cuss a little bit, just cuss a little bit privately. Um, and okay, so no, we're not. Okay, my bad. Let's get 40 more likes. We can't wait. T, it's a lot of strangers. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get that together and make sure that that's a thing. I think Saturday I'll be able to do the link, like the private link instead of, yeah. Ooh. Why are you folks up in this chat be so messy? I love it though. Discuss. Yeah. So thank everybody, the subscribers, the people who shared. If you are new here and this is your first time here, or if you're not new here but you are not a subscriber, I don't know what happened tonight. Probably me being tired, not turning it on. But if you're not subscribed to my channel, starting I think starting next week up until getting into HBCU football, the time frame for how long you have to subscribe to my channel before you can comment, it widens. And the reason for that is because a lot of times during the football season there's upsets, there's games, there's rivalries, and a person could not be actively tuned in or they're just lurking, and then you think that you're going to come onto the podcast and heckle somebody. Baby, you got to be subscribed at least 30 days prior to. You cuss. Mr. Moore, I've been known to say a few choice words sometimes. Sometimes I do say a few choice words. You know, when you upset, then you liable to say anything. You know, I don't it's not that bad. I'm not cussing like a sailor, but you know, just a few choice words every now and again to get the point across. Um, and yeah, the next series after SWAC Media Day, of course, I'll be posting some of the interviews, but the next series is literally Jackson State position groups. Start with the quarterbacks, tight ends, Jackson State coaches, and we'll work our way through each particular section throughout the summer. And then it's go time. HBCU football will be here before you know it. Everybody have a blessed night. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, you can rewatch all of our lives. Just click on the SWAC Media Day podcast and all of them will turn up. Have a good night. Dang, how do I play this? I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I cannot believe Dre said that. Dre is so messy. Oh, Lord.
I've had some good days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I follow Contenders. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows one thing for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. Better than this world you could ever be. He's been so good. But He knows one thing for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord.